hearts laid bare, battle scars we all still wear. Through the storm, through the fight, searching for hope in the dead of night. No more hiding, no more shame. Face the fire, call the name. Lessons learned, stories told. Rise again from the ashes cold. Tuesday Talk, light in the dark, where the broken find their spark. Tales of pain, but we still stand side by side, hand in hand. Tuesday Talk, light in the dark, where the broken find their spark. Tales of pain, but we still stand side by side, hand in hand. Shadows whisper, demons call, but we refuse to lose it all. Every fall, every tear, built the strength that brought us here. We are warriors, we are fire. Turn the hurt into desire. Not alone, never lost. One more chance, no matter the cost. Tuesday Talk, light in the dark, where the broken find their spark. Tales of pain, but we still stand side by side, hand in hand.
Oh, there we are. Check that out, huh? That's pretty cool, right? I mean, I don't know, but I thought it was pretty cool. Welcome to Tuesday Talk. It's October 28th, 10 a.m. We are here live on 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know. It looks like 5 different platforms. I'm trying to learn this thing, and it's a bit overwhelming for me, not gonna lie. So, hey, we're trying to give it a shot, and yeah, there we are. So, hey, here we are. It's October 28th. I'm trying to figure out what camera I'm going to be looking at here today, but we'll give it a shot. So, who all is on? If you're on, say hello. Let me know. T-Bone's here. I knew T-Bone would be around. So, that's really cool. Trying to figure out there we go. Let's do it this way. All right. It's not working over there on the Twitch. So Twitch looks like it's a little jacked. We'll have to figure out why that's not working. And we're over on TikTok now too. So welcome to, looks like Lele. Thanks for joining in. Really appreciate it. We're going to get started here in just a half a second or a minute or whatever. Trying to figure out, again, like I said, my new streaming platforms here. We're trying to make things work out. So, hey, look, you see that? QR code right over there. I don't know how you're going to do it if you're looking on your phone, but hey, that QR code is going to take you right over to the Safe 22 Motorsports donation page, man. And all the things that we do, while they are at a reduced cost, they still cost us a little bit of money, right? Like our partnership with Carson Brown and Lex June and Ryan Roulette. Boy, all the stuff that we do, while it is at a drastically reduced rate for the normal sponsorships, we are definitely still putting out some money. So if you can, please donate right there, or you can go down here to this save22.vet, right? And there's a button in there that you can click on, and we can get you we can continue to provide our diversion therapy and peer-to-peer support for our struggling veterans and first responders. I got fingers popping up all over my screens here. I'm not really quite sure what I'm supposed to be looking at. So, hey, if you're a uh, professional streamer and know how to do these kinds of things, I'd really like you to get a hold of me and maybe give me a little teaching lesson, right? Mentor me along, help me out a little bit, help us out, help Save 22 out to help other people, right? Um, Wanted to talk real quick about this weekend. Who's up? T-Bone and Senior Chief. Hell yeah, they are. I like that. Good stuff. Thanks, guys. Really appreciate it. I'm going to take this QR code off of here real quick. We'll put it back up here in a little bit. But as for right now, we're just going to do a little bit of chit-chatting, right? Hey, Mitchell, thanks for joining in, buddy. Molly, thank you for joining on. This is kind of neat. Never had to do it on live through my phone. I'm normally doing things through the Restream platform on the laptop and stuff, and it's a bit much, a bit overwhelming, but hey, we're giving it a shot, right? We're just going to keep showing up, as Albert and I like to say. We're just going to keep showing up. We don't know what we're doing, but we're going to be there. So this past week, right, has been a little eye-opening. Would be a good word. Everybody in life can look back and go, man, that was hard. That was hard. That was hard. That was hard. Things are so hard. This is really getting crazy. I don't know what else to do. What else to, how do I do this? What do I do? You know, if you put down what's happening to you and your emotions, just put them down, right? Put them down. Oh, my daughter's on. Hey, how's that? That's pretty cool. Hey, Tiff, what's up? Hello, father. Hello, daughter. This is kind of neat. Yeah, you got to put that stuff down, right? On what's happening to me and the emotions that you're feeling. You need to say, hey, Moon Man, what's up? Thanks. Vernon Muser, appreciate you guys. You have to put those emotions down. You have to put that feeling of who are they and why are they doing these things to me? What's wrong with me? And that's not the case. My experience has been they're the naysayers. They're the ones that don't have the balls to go do what you're doing, right? So all they're going to do is critique everything that you do because it's not the way that they would do it. Well, you know what? Thank you for your input. Screw you. I'm going to keep going, right? Maybe you're not the right one for me. Maybe the no, or maybe the negativity is just driving me another direction. And I want to stay. I want to help you. I want to be loyal, but you're not helping me out. You got to cut those ties. You got to do what's right for you, right? So many times in my experience, my life, my lived experiences, God bless, man, I would continue to do things that I did not want to do because of the people that I was hanging around. And when I say that, I don't mean like illegal things. I just mean I didn't want to be like I was being, right? I didn't want to be a drunk. I didn't want to be involved in loud, ruckus bar scenes. I didn't want to be involved in all that, but that's the only thing I knew how to go do at the time. Right. So I had to learn something new, and I had to cut ties with all those beer drinking buddies, right? All those people who I thought were my real friend, who let me perpetuate that alcoholic thinking, those drinking nights, those just blackout, stupid evenings, right? All time to be learning. And here I am at 54 years old now. And you know what? I have more friends, right? Than I ever thought I would ever have. And my gratitude for life is 1,000 times better than it was many, many years ago. Tiffany remembers me as, she remembers me drinking. She remembers my episodes. She remembers my attitude, my words that I would use, my anger, frustration. She remembers all that. She was 13 years old. She turned 13 my last drunk. And I didn't like that guy, right? But if you sit down and you talk to Tiffany about me and Pete, what's up, brother? Hi, thanks for being on. Really appreciate you, Pete. You know, it's if you're going to be hardest on yourself, nobody else is going to be as hard on you as you are on yourself, right? So Tiffany says, yeah, it was still great. Yeah, well, in my mind, I wasn't, right? I was a POS, a piece of shiznit. And That's why I perpetuated the drinking. I perpetuated the negative thinking. I perpetuated the thoughts that I was a failure. I wasn't good enough, that things weren't going to be better, right? I was just, this is all I was going to be. I distinctly remember being 36 years old or so, right before I quit drinking at 10:30 on a Sunday morning. And I was taking the trash out or cleaning up something from the night before with a nice, wonderful hangover of Budweiser. And it's 10:30 in the morning, and I threw up on the way to the trash can. And I just remember myself thinking, this is who you're going to be. You're going to be a 36, 40, 50-year-old drunk who hangs out at the Army Navy or the VFW or the Army Navy. And that's all you're going to be. You're never going to be anything else. And a few days later was Tiffany's birthday. And within an hour of the party starting, I had already blacked out. I was about to lay hands on my family members, push some things, break some things, get into fights, get pretty violent. This is a kid's birthday party, 13-year-old girl's birthday party, and I'm drunk and violent, right? Like, good guy. The next morning, Trisha had a note for me after she kicked me out that evening, and I had to call my dad to come get me. 36 years old, I don't have any friends. I can't go anywhere. Nobody wants me around. I had to call my dad. At 36 years old, drunk, kicked out of my own house. Talk about a kick in the balls. What do I do, right? I ruined a dinner that he had because of my selfishness, my narcissistic tendencies, my alcoholism, my use of alcohol had all perpetuated and added to the situation. And I hadn't seen that, right? It hadn't been part of my vision for a very, very long time. I was just always beating myself up for doing the same thing over and over again. I didn't know how to stop doing it. And, I remember my dad, I don't know, it was like 10:30, 11 o'clock in the morning, and he's taking me back to my house about 20 minutes away. And all my dad said was, hey, we'll stop and get some flowers and everything will be okay. And I'm like, no, Dad, I think flowers, this is way beyond flowers, my brother. Flowers isn't going to fix this one. And I get home and Trisha has a letter for me. It's 4 pages long. I still have it somewhere up in my memory boxes or whatever you want to call it. And whew, man, brutal hard truth, right? Brutal hard truths that I'm going to do this on my own, John. Whether you get sober or not, I'm out of here. And, that was a wake-up call. I am prepared to raise these children alone if you do not get sober. So there was a challenge, right? There's a wake-up call. Stop drinking or lose your family. And I'll be dead ass honest with you. I thought if I quit drinking for a week, everything was going to be just fine. Well, it's been almost 18 years, and it has been a battle for many of those years until I finally decided to put it down. Put it down, give it to God, higher power, whatever you want to say. Close the door on it. Never go back there again, whatever you want to call, right? The bottom line for me was acceptance that I had a problem with alcohol and thinking, and eliminating the alcohol helped me work on the thinking. Now, almost 18 years later, my thinking is really kind of helping my entire life, right? It's had an effect on everything I've done and everything that I continue to do. Finding Save 22 was a huge inspiration in that, a huge push forward, right? The people that were involved at the time, Tom and his ability to take 30 minutes a day just to talk to me, right? To put his stuff aside to talk to me for 30 minutes on his way home. And that was pretty incredible. And understanding that and going to, and I think it was 7 or 8 years of consistent AA meetings wherever I was, Oklahoma, Virginia, New Hampshire, wherever I was traveling to, I'd find an AA meeting, or I'd get on something like this and an AA meeting online. They had them, right? And just being able to spit out the shit that's in my head and hear these guys say, "Yep, keep coming back, keep coming back, keep coming back." Right, and all they ever did was let me spew vomit my horrible thinking at the time. Right, a couple of those guys are still around. A couple of them passed away. But yeah, it's they're you have to get out of your own damn way. Right, you're the one that's causing yourself to stay there. You're the one that's causing the bad mood. You're the one that's causing the depression, the anxiety, the worry, the all of that. You're the one doing it because of your own thinking. And when I got through that, I'm still going through it. But once I understood that I was allowed to make the choice on how people affected me, I make that choice. Right, I make that choice. I make the choice inside my house. I make the choice inside my head. I make the choice out in the world. Who am I going to listen to? What am I going to do in this world, and how am I going to do it? There's always going to be naysayers. There's going to be 98 naysayers out of 100 people that you meet, but those one or two that you meet that believe in you and say, "Yeah, man, that's a great idea. Go for it." Okay, go for it. Go for it. Go for it. Who's going to stop you? Who's going to stop you? Nobody. Anyway, that's my first little I kind of went off the rails there. So let's talk a little bit about what Safe 22 has going on. Bottom line, I guess, is hey, get out of your own damn way and go be awesome. Right? Make that choice today to go be awesome and not let anything outside influences affect your happiness. Right? It's just stuff that happens. So anyway, let's talk about the stuff that Safe 22's got going on. Man, we have made some amazing partners inside the motorsports world. And I know motorsports isn't for everybody, right? So we'll just talk about it as a happiness driving initiative, right? We'll talk about it as a healing journey. Whatever buzzword you want to use, we'll use it. Use it for yourself. Get yourself out of your head, get yourself out of your house, and go do something that you thoroughly, absolutely, 100% enjoy. Don't pay attention to any of the extraneous BS. Don't talk yourself out of it like I nearly have 100 damn times. And just go show up. Please just show up. You never know what could happen, right? You really don't. So this week, I believe Lex is on his way to the NHRA. Now, we as Safe 22, we're still going to be on the car, but unfortunately, we don't have the funding right now to help him bring any more veterans to the track. I think he's going out to Las Vegas this week. He'll be out there. So, hey, Tiff, if you want to go see some drag racing, get you and your friends together, and I'll make sure you guys got a little VIP experience there at the drag strip, right? I know you're busy with the shutdown and everything, defending our freedom for free. But hey, you guys want a free time? You want a real free, good time? Let me know. We'll hook you up. All right, trying to get everything going on here. I've got Rumble up here. I've got YouTube up here. I've got Twitch up here. I've got TikTok down here. I feel like I should have this giant control board, like what was that, Minority Report, right? And he's flinging stuff around like that. I feel like that's how I ought to be doing these things. Carson Brown, young phenom, hell of a shoe driver, whatever word you all want to use for him. Good kid, really, really good kid. He's going to be a great young man. He's going to be a good driver for many, many years to come. He has partnered with Pinnacle Racing Group, I believe it was, in the ARCA series, and he's going to run the final ARCA race at Phoenix, his largest track ever. And they've put Safe 22 on the deck, or I'm sorry, on the rear bumper. Really, really happy, really, really impressed with those. All right, Tiffany's telling me to not say other things. Well, you know what? I'm on like 1,000 different platforms, so whatever. Get me banned. If you're following me with 5 people watching me right now, I don't think I'm going to get banned for that. So I'll be careful. Thanks, Tiff, for the update. Back to Carson Brown. So Carson's going to be in that car. Duma. So Carson's going to be in the car out at Phoenix, the ARCA Series race. Really happy with those guys and everything that Carson Brown Motorsports has done for us and the awareness of Safe 22 and how diversion therapy can really help our veterans and first responders. Speaking of first responders, today is National First Responders Day, so thank you to all the firefighters, paramedics, EMT, police, emergency room workers, hospital, and you know what? Even our FAA people where I used to work, they're working right now for free, supposedly for free, and they're calling off and they're not coming in, and they're causing issues around the nation. So, hey, I'm not going to get political on you. Just keep doing your stuff. Keep showing up, doing what makes you happy, and what you need to do, and we'll get through it together, like Dave says, right? So good luck to Carson Brown Motorsports Pinnacle Racing Group this weekend out in Phoenix. Really excited for that. Want to say thanks and congratulations to Caden Honeycutt too. He's driven for Mike Harmon a couple times, and Caden made the playoffs in the truck series. So congratulations to Caden, Mike Harmon. That Mike didn't make the playoffs. I want to be clear there, but Mike and Karen and everybody over at Mike Harmon have had Caden in their truck, and they're really excited for Caden. So congratulations, Caden. Go for it, buddy. Really, really proud of you. What else do we got going on? The Crush 250 is in 2 weeks, November 8th. November 8th? Yeah, November 8th. Nick and I and a local Marine veteran here, Andy, we're going to be going down to the Crush 250 in South Boston, Virginia, historical track. Been around a very, very long time. The Burton boys, Ward and Jeff, now Jeb and Harrison, all from around the area. And their passion is conservation, land conservation. Racing is just a platform, something that they've done. Their real passion is conservation. So Safe 22, I and them we've all partnered up to be down there, and we're going to be showing up, making some awareness. We're going to be there, making ourselves available if you're struggling, and let's talk, right? We'll be down there for the entire day. We're going to set up on Friday. We're going to have some, I don't know if it's called intimate one-on-one time or celebrity time or whatever you want to call it, but a few of our guys are going to get a chance to ride around the track with Ward Burton, a Daytona 500 champion. That's going to be real exciting for them. I'm not telling them who they are just yet. I'll let them know when we get down there. And hopefully that'll be nice and exciting for them. Andy doesn't really know what he's in store for, so that's going to be really exciting for Andy, getting him this racing diversion therapy. He grew up watching NASCAR just like I did. He's about 8-10 years older than I am. So, yeah, it's going to be a really, really good time down there. We have another partnership brewing with those guys. We just can't announce it just yet. We're waiting on some legalities to come through. Once we do that, that's going to be really, really phenomenal too. A couple once-in-a-lifetime experiences for a couple veterans to share later on this year, probably around December timeframe. It might have to do something with wildlife hunting and conservation involving the Burtons. Stay tuned for that one. So follow us along on all the socials at Safe 22 Veterans. Going to be pretty cool. I have a speaking engagement this Thursday. We were requested to speak on behalf of Safe 22 for a National Sojourners annual dinner meeting up in Mentor on the Lake in Ohio. So that's going to be pretty exciting. Never spoke to any of those guys before, so this ought to be a really, really cool experience. I'm going to turn a couple of these things off because they're just not doing what I was hoping they were going to do. So we're going to have to go back in and look at that stuff. So that's not working. So, all right. Well, you know what? The joys of live and how things work out. So, hey, here's what it is. What do you guys think of the new studio? Huh? What do you think? What do you think of the new area? We got some memorabilia up there. Got some pictures. This is my daughter's lawn dart standing up there. Right. I think it's pretty cool. What do you think of the setup? Camera angles, all that good stuff. Whoops there. Trying some things out, just seeing how it goes. So, yeah, going from there. This weekend is the Patriot Ball. Patriot Project is a organization created by Dr. Timothy Novelli here in Canton, Ohio, to highlight the benefits of chiropractic and holistic care for our veterans. And they've got, if I remember right, over 30,000 chiropractors have joined the Patriot Project. And this weekend is their annual fundraiser. We're going to be down at the Canton Civic Center and need an EGA. Scott, I'd put an EGA on if I had earned one. I didn't earn one. I'm not going to use one. All right. So you can gift me one, and I would absolutely display that EGA with honor and pride. No doubt. No doubt. Hey, I think I saw JC Customs Co. back in there, man. That's my buddy out there in Colorado. If you ever want a impactful story to listen to, go on to Johnny Mo Media on my other server and download his episode. JC was attempting to unalive himself one evening, and as an armorer, he's very familiar with weapons. And his story is pretty incredible. You want to talk about a God moment? That man had two of them back to back. So, boy, I'd recommend you go listen to his story and see what he's doing now. His therapy is metallurgy, blacksmithing, and it's incredible what he does for things. So it looks like I'm trying to learn this TikTok stuff, guys. So we'll see how that goes. But like I said, go check out JC Custom Co. He's right here on the TikTok with me. Maybe I'll figure out how to have him join me live, and we'll go from there. But this weekend is the Patriot Ball, real big event. He's got, I think it's 7 Medal of Honor recipients, to include Clint Romeshay, and some other individuals there. Mike Morgan, I believe, will be there. Colonel Gregory Gadsden, former, I think it was Green Beret. I know he was Army. He's been an actor in a couple of movies. Battleship is the one. He is the first double amputee to return to active duty, if my memory serves correctly. Got to meet Greg, talk about his book, Turning Points, or Waypoints, I believe it was, Waypoints. And got to talk to him about that. Read that book. Clint's got a book out too. Read that one. I can't wait to hang out with these guys this weekend. Thanks to Tim Arnold and Leatherneck Nation, Hilsher Clark, for donating the table and inviting me to be along as part of their plan this weekend. So that's really cool. Really happy to be there with that. The Patriot Ball, chiropractic care. So yeah, I've been involved in chiropractic care since I was about 14 or 15. I was a really small kid, about 4'11" when I was in high school, 98 pounds, didn't graduate at 100. So yeah. Back then in the 80s, we didn't know a whole lot about what we know now. And I started going to see a chiropractor and getting some assistance, straightening out that back, growing. It actually did help me grow. I grew about 10 inches about 10 inches in about 9 or 12 months, about that time, right after graduation. It was a hard time. It was a hard time, but chiropractic's been there for me for a very long time in my life, with the fracture on my back at 19 years old and all the other stuff that I had going on. So check out the Patriot Project. If you can, come to the Patriot Ball. Got to buy a ticket. Come on down. See us. Check it out. Also wanted to talk real quick. We're going to have an initiative here in Dover, Ohio, with the Capper Chiropractic Clinic and Nutrition or Wellness Center. Dr. Sean Capper has graciously agreed to do a fundraiser awareness campaign in his offices right there in Dover, Ohio, for the entire month of November. So thank you to Dr. Capper and his entire staff for raising the awareness of Safe 22 and what we do. We're going to have Sean on, and he'll talk to me. Not only is he a doctor, he's been my personal friend for about 15 years now. And we're going to talk about what I was like when I came back, what he noticed, and how him and his office, his knowledge of chiropractic care, wellness, and nutrition really have helped me in my journey over the last 15 years to try and better myself. And I think he can help you too. So we're going to have an interview with Sean. I don't know how long it's going to be, but we're going to talk with Sean about chiropractic care, his experiences, and why he's raising the awareness with Safe 22. So tune in. Hopefully next week we'll have that for you. Yeah, we'll be there with that one. Boy, what else do we got? Whew. the IHRA and Lex June. Albert Wooden is going to be taking lead on that one down there with the IHRA and Lex at Gallup, North Carolina, Dunn, North Carolina, at Dorana Dragway, Dunn, which is where it used to be. There's my buddy, Karen. Hey, daylight, sweetheart. Daylight. Love you, babe. So we're going to be down there in Dunn, North Carolina. 5 minutes ago, you just missed it. I was all talking about Mike Harmon and Caden Honeycutt, and congratulations to Caden and everything there. And yeah, really glad you joined, Karen. Thank you, honey. Yeah, so the IHRA, Lex June, and Safe 22 have partnered up. We're going to be taking over and probably over 100 veterans and active duty guys to this event down there in Dunn, North Carolina. It's going to be really special, really awesome. Team Fast Tracks, Matt Miller is going to be the ground point down there. Matt, I'm going to see Matt this weekend at the Patriot Project. Him and Clint were actually in the battle together, and unfortunately, that battle escapes me at the moment. Cobb Keating is where it was. It was one of the most decorated battles of the Afghan War. 2 medals of honor came out of that battle. Just absolutely atrocious. We never should have been in that position. Clint knows it. If you read his book and listen to his story, he'll tell you we never should have been in that position. But they did a hell of a job fighting. They lost some brothers. It was rough. Get to talk to him this weekend. Oh, look at this. We just got another surprise. Check this out. Mike Harmon Racing is putting Save 22 on the car at Xfinity Race in Phoenix this weekend for the truck and Xfinity race. How awesome. We're going to have Save 22 represented at the ARCA race with Carson Brown. DK Dawson Cram is going to be doing the truck and Xfinity. No. Caleb Costner's doing the truck. Dawson Cram's doing the Xfinity. I knew I'd get that straight, right, Karen? Yep. I got a couple hearts coming up there on YouTube, so I think that's right. Yep, we got it right. So thank you very much to Mike Harmon, Dawson Cram, Caleb Costner, Pinnacle Racing, just Carson Brown, Lex June, all these people that have just raising the awareness for Save 22. It's really, really incredible. So thank you very much for all that you guys do to support us. Yep, she's got it. Caleb is in the truck. Dawson's on the Xfinity car. I got it. So that's really cool. I'm trying to watch 2 different platforms here, and now I'm going to sneeze. Or not. Woo! Nose tickle. Caleb's in the truck, and Dawson will carry the Save 22. All right, well, hey, you know what? I'm just a motorsports program manager. I don't know everything that's going on. Stuff happens. There's our list for that. So that's pretty awesome. Hey, we're going to put that QR code back up to donate to help support Save 22 veterans. It's on the other platform that we're not allowed to talk about here. But you'll see it. And we're going to try to work on this TikTok thingy, how I do it and what shows up and learning. And we just got a picture in from Karen. So let's check. Oh, look at that. I don't know how I can put that over there. Let me see if I can put that up on the screen real quick. Let's see how to do this, shall we? Media, video. Nope, that's not the right one. Image. Woohoo! Downloads. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Oh, no. Hey. All right. Well, unfortunately, that's pretty cool. Everything just went blue. Huh. All right. Well, we're going to get out of this because I screwed up something. We're going to go back here. Yeah. I don't know how that happened. Well, Karen sent a picture, and I'm really looking for it. I really am. I promise. I'm looking. We're gonna check that out. And why won't you come back? There it is. All right. So we got the QR code up here. Donate to support Safe 22 Motorsports Programs Diversion Therapy. And while it says when you click the link, when you click the QR code, it says Safe 22 Motorsports. That's just so we can track what QR code was used to donate, right? So we have a few of them that have been out there. We have a main one on the web page. That's just a general donation box. This one says that you heard about it through me. That's why it says motorsports, because I'm the motorsports program guy. So just because it comes up and says Safe 22 Motorsports does not necessarily mean that your funds will only go to the motorsports program. It's just a way for us inside of Safe 22 to track where the money came from, right? Who was out raising the funds? How did it get into the Safe 22 account? So that's all that is. Don't panic. If you have a program, a diversion therapy, an idea, something that you wish to promote, you want to support, hey, hit us up. We are at safe22.vet. There's a message button in there. You can hit that. Like I said, I'm really trying to figure this live stuff out with, oh, look. Oh, that worked. That did not work. Jane, no. No. Stop. All right. Anyway, yeah, we can always use funds. Always. Just the things we always need. And some people wanted to talk about how to get involved. So I'm going to talk to my buddy Joe today. Joe's listening right now while at work. So, hey, Joe, thanks for listening, my friend. Joe is a Jeep guy. He is also an Army guy. Him and his wife, Ashley, are big members of the Jeep community and have asked us to a couple events. Really cool. And they have asked if they could join Safe 22. And there is no joining, right? There's no application process. There's no there's no interview. There's no anything like that. It's just if you're already doing your diversion therapies, your peer-to-peer support, and you would like to continue that under the name of Safe 22, hit us up. Send me an email, info@safe22.vet. Joe's talking off-road adventures. Yeah, man, bring it, dude. Bring it. We will absolutely partner with you on that. I would love to get some veterans out there for a weekend of jeeping and trail riding and campfires and cookouts. And man, that's really where the peer-to-peer and the therapy start, right? It's not necessarily at the track or at the event. It's the quiet time. It's the time after the event, down by the fire, and you all realize that, you know what, we're safe right now. We're good. Everything is okay here with all these guys, and you get to share some stuff, right, that you're probably not going to share with your wife or your kid or your husband, and right, feelings of vulnerability, feelings of inadequacy, that you weren't enough, that something happened while you were there and you feel responsible for, right? And we take those and we let you get those off your chest, and we're there for you. We understand those feelings. We understand that emptiness, that loneliness, that sadness that you're feeling, and we just want to share it with you, right? Give us some of that burden, and hopefully, maybe we can turn your perception of the event around a little bit and help you move forward from that, right? Close the door on that emotion and that event, and keep moving forward. Peer-to-peer is typically the all right, Joe. Good deal. Joe's working on 2 Jeep shows down at 2026 down at one of our partners at Parkway Auto Group down here in Dover, New Philly. So congratulations to Joe. That's going to be really awesome. Love to be down there with you when that happens. So keep us involved. Still working on getting you your Safe 22 email address. Don't hate me. I'm not as technologically savvy as the streaming may indicate. Hey, so see that right there? Do a search for that. Go find about 65 other episodes with about 60 stories from other veterans who have struggled and survived and made it through it and are now using their experiences, lived experiences, to help other veterans. Let's see, who else do we got on here? Karen, T-Bone, Joe. Guys already headed out to Phoenix. Patrick Drabick, Goat Locker. Bro, hey, Senior Chief. I was talking with my son last night. He really digs your iRacing stuff. And we were talking about the NASCAR 25 edition with Save 22 inside of the game. That's pretty cool. Save 22 is going to be around forever now, right? As long as that game is out, Save 22's logo will be around, and that's pretty amazing to me, right? With the 74 car, again, Mike Harmon, Karen, the 74 car in the Xfinity Series in NASCAR 25, and then the Ryan Roulette car number 67 with the VFW and Save 22 inside the ARCA Series inside NASCAR 25. So really, really cool stuff. Senior Chief Patrick over there, he's the CEO and founder of Goat Locker Racing. They are an iRacing platform that give out, I'm sorry, we shouldn't say give out, that bring veterans an opportunity to race in the iRacing League. And they do that through their program. 13 rigs you've given out now, 12 or 13 rigs they've given out at the cost of about $2,500 to $3,000. They do this through grants from the state of Indiana and wonderful partners. I'm not going to list your partners because I don't know them all, but I do know a few of them. They broadcast racing 7 nights a week, live on their platforms. You can get in and watch it on the. Now, see, Tiffany, you put that thing in my head, and I don't know what I'm allowed to say and not say now. So on the other platforms, their social medias is where they broadcast to as well. And it's kind of interesting. If you remember back when we had the Rona delay for a couple years, their events were being broadcast without fans. And NASCAR decided to team up with iRacing, the iRacing platform, and they started doing other platforms. Perfect. Thanks. So they started broadcasting iRacing leagues, iRacing races. And the thing about iRacing is you don't have to leave. 12 simulators awarded to our nation's warriors, over $33,000 worth of equipment. Congratulations, Senior Chief. That is incredible. Wonderful, wonderful job, man. The iRacing stuff is you can get involved with the racing and the league with 20, 30, 50, 100 other guys, gals, people that enjoy the same thing that you do, and you don't have to leave your own house. Albert's at the VA. He just texted, said he can't join us. So cool. So they're giving you another platform for your diversion therapy. They're allowing you to be you, right? In a way that you didn't know that would have been possible, whether it be for money, timing, space, whatever. It's really, really awesome. Yeah, it's on the FB page. I'm not allowed to say FB because I'm on multiple platforms. So, again, learning. But I am not a sim racer as far as a sim race, iRacing stuff. My racing I do on the Xbox platform. And I'm a big fan of the F1 games right now, FI23 or F123 and F125. Good stuff, man. It affords me an opportunity to focus on a goal for an hour, 2 hours, whatever it is, and really get rid of the extraneous BS that is going on in my cerebral area up here, right? As we spoke last week with the Brain Institute, they said it's all in my head. So you have to have a mission, you have to have a goal, you have to have a purpose. And a lot of us struggle with finding that mission, finding that purpose after we get out, or after we retire, or after a life event, or the passing of a father, a friend, a spouse, a child, whatever. We have a difficult time getting back into life. It's hard. It's hard. Nobody cares what you've been through. Let's be honest with that. Nobody cares what you've been through, right? Let's be honest, right? Nobody cares. They only care about what you can do for them or what your purpose is, right? So we practice this thing called mindfulness. Mindfulness is being in the moment that you're in and not separating and disassociating from where you are by thinking about something in the future or the past. And when you do that, you miss where you are and what is happening at that moment, right? Uh, just being present. So this weekend, uh, my son decided to give his life to Christ. Not my thing, his thing. And I'm very proud of him for finding that. I'm very proud of him for stepping out of what he thought his comfort zone was and taking a leap of faith. For real, it's a leap of faith. And he was baptized this weekend, non-denominational church. I got to meet the pastor. And it was unlike any other service I've ever been to, right? I grew up Catholic. I went to the Catholic church. I was an altar boy. Let the jokes come on, bring them. I've heard them all. Bring all the Catholic boy, altar boy jokes. Let me hear them. But I enjoyed it. I did. And the sermon, ironically, was about men's mental health and suicide. And I'd never been in this church before. I'd never met the individual before. Nothing. And he spoke directly to me. Having your ears open, your mouth shut, and being present in the moment, you'll learn where you're supposed to be. You'll understand that you are right where you are supposed to be. And one of the things that Pastor Rob talked about this week, and I say Pastor Rob because I can't remember his last name. Pastor Rob was talking about sliding on the armor of Paul. If you know anything about the Bible, the stories in the Bible, the books, Paul wore armor. And that's all I'm going to get into on that one, right? And Saul tried to put on Paul's armor, but it didn't fit just right. And when Paul put his own armor back on, he slid right into it as if it was the perfect fit. And the way that the pastor brought that around to modern day is that when you are right where you are supposed to be in the capacity that your higher power, your creator wanted you to be in, it is not battle. It is not hard. It is the easiest thing you will ever do. Everything will just fit. You will feel as if I am right where I am supposed to be. So my challenge to you guys listening today is to get in that zone, right? If you're battling going to work every day, if you're battling the people at work, if you're battling your own head, it's entirely possible you're not in the right spot. You're not in the right job. You're not around the right people. Your thinking is battling with what your reality or your perception is. So give it up. Throw it up. Stop fighting it. Figure out where you need to be. Go do the thing that makes you the most happy with the least amount of effort, right? That's how you get through these things. It's been 9 years since my unalive attempt. I got to watch what words I use. Since my unaliving attempt. And every day just seems to be better, better, better. Yes, I can point out the negatives. Yes, I can hold on to all of those. Yes, I can absolutely be a negative individual. I have been. I was for a very, very long time. And I refuse to be that anymore. It is my choice to be happy. My choice. So I'm going to make a choice to be happy. How's that happen for you? I don't know, but you make that choice. If you're battling and you feel as if you're battling every day, waking up angry, going to work angry, coming home angry, battling the world, fighting the world, everywhere you turn, you feel like everybody is against you. Maybe it's because you're in the wrong spot. Maybe it's because you're trying to be somewhere you're not supposed to be. Tiffany can talk about that a little bit, right? You're young, you're dumb, you're ignorant, and ignorant only meaning that you are uneducated in the ways of life. It is not that you are dumb and can't learn. It's that you don't have that knowledge and experience just yet. So keep going and learning, keep learning, keep trying, keep showing up. And at the end of the day, you need to back down in your bed or wherever you're sleeping for that night and say, I did my best. It was a good day. I need to sleep. And you're done. You're done. I hear so many people talk about inability to sleep and I can't fall asleep or stay asleep. It's because you're worrying about too much stuff, right? You got to give that stuff up. The last few weeks, Trish and I have been falling asleep within 5 to 8 minutes. It's crazy. It's crazy. Karen, you're a little bit delayed on the YouTube side or on the YT side of things. So I'm trying to see what you just commented on, exactly what I told my oldest son. Find yourself, right? Hey, Carrie Ann, what's up? There's Carrie Ann. There's another survivor right there. So proud of Carrie Ann and all that she's accomplished in the last couple of years. Man, oh man, man, I love you, Carrie. Thank you very much for all your support with Save 22, the sharing of your stories, the vulnerability. We love you. We really love you at Save 22. So thank you, Carrie Ann. What were we talking about? See this live stuff. Hey, who's got questions? Who's got concerns? Who's got something that they want to talk about? Who wants to promote their event? What else do we got going on? Oh, you know what? I do have another place I'm going to be. November 21st, Ohio Means Job. Out on 30th Street from 11 to 3. That's a Friday. It is the Friday before Thanksgiving. We'll be out there. Oh, your son's going to be a cop in Connecticut for real? That is pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. Took some grit. No, it took discipline and it took faith. It took perseverance. It took a village to get you there. It took you not wanting to return to that place in your mind of loneliness, of hurt, of pain, right? Of how could they to me? How could they do this to me? And you and I have talked a bit about that. It's not what they did to you. They did it on their own. They did that. You didn't do it. They did it. And acceptance of that, acceptance of the fact that nothing you can do or say will ever make someone do something for you, right? They're going to make that choice. They're going to make that choice. And it's got nothing to do with you. It has nothing to do with you. That's the really, really hard one to understand, that you had nothing. Carrie Ann says perseverance, that's it, and letting go. Yeah, I can't control anyone, so stop trying. That's it, baby. That is it. That is it. You can't control your wife, your spouse, your husband, your son, your daughter. You cannot control anyone. You don't control those things. What do you control? That's an excellent segue. What do you control? I'll tell you what I control. I'll tell you what you control. You control when you wake up. You control what you do before you leave the house. You control how you react to the traffic. You control your reaction to situations at work. You control what you eat. You control how you dress. You control how you maintain your own grooming standards, how you look when you walk out the door. Those are the things that you can control. And when you can do those things repeatedly with discipline and perseverance to make sure that you, this body that you inhabit, is the best that it can be, everything else will fall into line. If you're not taking care of the things that you can control, you're not going to be any good for anybody. If you're going out in dirty clothes, you're not shaved, you're not kept, right? You haven't shaved the head in a couple days, which I feel like a hippie if I don't shave my head in a couple days. But if you don't do those things, if you don't clean your clothes, if you don't shower, if you don't maintain regular hygiene, if you don't clean your house, if you don't put the dishes away, if you don't pay the bills on time, if you don't clean up the dog poo, if you don't cut the grass, if you don't clean up the leaves, all the things that you can control, if you don't do those, everything else will feel like chaos. Why is that? That's because you're stacking things and they just keep stacking up. I'll get to it. 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 Well, guess what? You ain't got time to get to it. You ain't got time to do anything right now because your brain is trying to process 100% of the shit that you should have done a month ago, a week ago, 2 days ago, 3 hours ago, whatever it is. When you think of something that you need to do, you need to do it within 10 seconds. 10 seconds. If you don't, you better make a note and say, I'll get to this at this time and commit to it. That's the nearest gift of all of it. It's built the best foundations for the kids. And I focus on what you can do. That's enough to keep you busy enough to stop worrying about anyone else. Woo. Right? You don't have time to focus on anybody else. If you're focusing on you being healthy, eating right, doing your laundry, cleaning your shower, cleaning up the kitchen, paying your bills, cleaning the house, doing the yard, washing the car, getting the oil changed, eating correctly, right? If you control those things in your life, the other stuff will fall in line, right? My wife sent her first gift ever on TikTok. That is so cool. And I don't know what all these things mean on here, but it looks pretty cool. Somebody just keeps throwing hearts at me. I don't know what that means, but Stephanie, no time for nonsense. Boy, you are not wrong there, sister. Let me tell you, listen to the people around you and what are they saying, right? Keep your mouth shut for a day when you're out at these events with them and you're sitting back or whatever, chilling at the bonfire, watching football with your friends at the bar, whatever. Take a listen. Take a listen. What are they doing? Are they complaining or are they fixing? If all they're doing is complaining about the things that are happening and they're not taking the effort or the discipline or the perseverance to step forward and say, I'm not going to do that anymore, and they keep doing the same things over and over and over again, you probably don't need to be around them. You don't need to be around them. Who's doing what, right? Who are you paying attention to? I'm going to be honest with you. I don't like social media. I don't like any of the platforms. I don't want to spend time on them. I don't want to go down rabbit holes. It drives me nuts. It's a waste of time for me. I don't like it. I don't like it. There's two reasons. One, all you see is what I want you to see, right? All you see is the good, right? Or if I only want to spread out the bad, then you're only going to see the bad. It's a microcosm, a split second in the grand scheme of things. In fact, by the time that post posts, we are already miles beyond that moment in life. We have already made it past that moment. That sharing of that family picture, that family outing, by the time it's posted, you're not in that position anymore. That was a second. My live is going to end. Why does it do that? What am I doing? Drag puzzle piece. Oh, I guess I'm not. All right, whatever. Hey, Katie's on. Hey, thanks, Katie. You got to really get Katie's cookies because Katie's cookies are phenomenal. And they're the reason I have to do exercise for 30 minutes a day because of her cookies. So make sure you check her out. So, yeah, what was I saying? Oh, the commitment, right? To not being around the people that don't enrich you, that don't encourage you, that don't make you feel better, that don't make you want to do more, to better yourself. They're not the people you want to be around. If they're constantly sitting at the bar drowning their sorrows, spending 100, 150 bucks a night, drowning their sorrows. And they get up and go to work the next day hungover, and they talk about how much they drank the night before and how lonely it was at the corner of the bar. Well, I don't want to be with you, bro. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't want to be with you. I have to take care of me. And for me, what that means is I'm going to do everything I can inside my home to make sure that I'm at my best, whether that's 100%, 60%, 70%, whatever, before I leave this house, right? I'm going to give myself enough time to not be in a rush on the road, to do my best to not have road rage, which has been one of my really hardest things to get over. No doubt, no lie. And work on that, right? Commit to today. What are you going to do today to make you better than you were yesterday? That's the only thing that you can think about when you got to get out of your crap and your junk and your in your head. What am I going to do today? Not what do I have to do next week? Not, oh my gosh, they're getting married in 3 months. Not, oh my gosh, I'm going to have a granddaughter in 5 months. I better get this going. No. What are you doing today? What has to happen today? Well, for me today, it's Tuesday Talk. And just like every week, I woke up excited to do it, but not wanting to get involved with it, right? Not wanting to do the work, the prep that is involved prior to going online. But we're here and we did it. And there's 5 people on this platform. There's 6 people on that platform. There's 132 subscribers over there. You have to zoom out, right? It's not about me and how I feel. There are people that count on this, that want to listen, and my shiznit doesn't matter. Remember me saying nobody cares what you're going through? None of them care. None of them care about what happened last night. None of them care about what happened 19 years ago. None of them care about what happened to me a year and a half ago. Nobody cares. What am I going to provide for you today? What are we going to do today to make today the best day that we could? And that's Tuesday Talk for me today. So on Tuesdays, it's Tuesday Talk. After that, I'm done. I'm done. I might have some things to go do. I might not. And if I don't, that's okay too. Can I work on something that's important? Sure. Do I need to? Yes. Okay, then go do it. If not, leave it be. Leave it be. But I can't come into my studio on a Tuesday morning with papers everywhere and drinks from last night and an ashtray and leftover nicotine pouches laying everywhere, or the cat room is a mess, or whatever. I have to have those things in order. So that's what I do. I come down here early. I straighten everything up. I get settled, have my routine. All right, I'm ready. At about 3 minutes till, I've got the music queued up and everything's ready to go. When that clock hits 0, I hit the button, and now you're in a mode. It's the same as back when we were in the service, right? When we were working, when we were doing our thing, we had a routine. We had something that we had to do to perform it at our best. Now, many of us in the aviation world tend to, especially on the flight line side, tend to work hard and play very, very, very hard. Some of us can do it. Some of us can't. I was a work hard, play hard kind of guy for many, many years, and just kept going. What that did for me now is I'm retired, and I retired at 53, fully retired. Am I broken? Yep. Can I no longer work a full-time job? Yep. Okay. That's just the way it is. So what are you going to do about it? I'm not going to sit here and worry. I'm going to do what I can. And what I can is provide a safe home, loving environment for my wife and my children should they decide to come back to the house. All my kids are out. 2 of them have homes. One of them's on active duty. One of them's pregnant. They don't need dad 24/7. I don't have to hold their hand to go to the bathroom. I don't have to make their dinner. I don't have to make sure their clothes are done. I don't have to get them up for school or work or whatever it is. They're on their own. What do I have to do? I have to do for me. Same with Trish. This is a transition time, guys. This is where we're all going through these chapters, these seasons of life, and this is a learning experience. It's not going to be okay and great every damn day. It's just not. What are you going to do with it is the question. Am I going to sit here and be sad that my son is not coming home tonight because he's got his own house, right? It's going to be a little extra quieter tonight because my son has his own house. Or you know what? There's a lot of empty space now that he cleared his stuff out. What am I going to do with it? Well, what you're going to do with it is you're going to make it your space now, right? And you're allowed to do those things. I agree with you on everything. Most people don't think like we do, but I'm glad to see it. Yeah, we're not like everybody else. We're just not. And again, here we go. We are the 1% that take care of the 99%, and that's probably off a little in the in the mathing. JC, you're jumping, bro. Give me some. Get me my email. Oh, you needed me to email you, bro? Hit me up, right? Do me a favor, hit me up so I can get back to you because I might have lost it already. Hopefully you're on, or I'll send you a message here on the TT and go from there. But oh, there's Joe. That's Joe, not JC. My bad, brother. My bad, Joe. Joe, jump off. I'll get you your email. We'll get you set up with the proper stuff with Save 22, and we'll be out there looking for your social media posts about how Save 22's mission is jumping into the outdoor adventure stuff with the Jeep group. So thank you very much for jumping in today. Really, really appreciate you. Thank you much, Joe. We are a special breed. I have to agree, Stephanie. I think it's a service before self thing, right? And as we get older, we start to feel the effects of that service before self, right? Whether it's somebody didn't make it, or our body's hurting, or we can't do the things that we used to go do, and we can't serve in the capacity that we used to serve in. And you have to figure out how to serve now with the capacities and capabilities that you have. And therein, because of that, is the nonprofits. There are 22,000 veteran nonprofits in this country. How many of them last? How many of them have made it to 10 years like Save 22 has? It's a very, very small number, a very, very small number. I'm not going to get into why and how and all those other things. But don't try to reinvent the wheel, right? You're already doing things that you enjoy, and you can continue to serve simply by sharing your lived experiences with others. When you hear words or see situations that you yourself have been in, and you can say, hey, can I offer a little bit for you? Can I help you out with that? Can I offer a different perspective? A lot of times what you'll get is, I didn't think of that. I've been thinking about it the wrong way. And there is no right or wrong way. Okay. It's just the way you think about things. If you want to correct or change the way you think, talk to somebody else that you probably haven't talked to before, right? You never thought that they would have that experience. I had a gentleman come. I've had 3 peer-to-peer requests in the last 8 days. 3 peer-to-peer requests in the last 8 days. All 3 of them different ages, 78, 55, and 50. 2 of them are veterans. 1 of them is not. All 3 of them started off the same way. This is happening. 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 And I feel overwhelmed. All right, hold on. Let's talk about where we're at right now. What do you mean? I mean, right now, where are we? The one, we're in a restaurant having breakfast together. That's where we are. None of that other stuff matters. So let's talk about that. We are right here having breakfast this morning. That was 2 out of the 3. The third one was, where are you right now? As he's dancing around my driveway in tears and anxiety and anger and frustration and everything. And I go, bro, you're in my driveway. You're at my house. Those things that you're talking about are not happening right now. You are here with me, period. Bring you back. Let's try to calm down a little bit, right? And we spent about 2, the shortest one was 2+ hours. The longest one was about 6. Where I'm going with that is they all started off the same way, in chaos. And by the time they all left, every one of them said, I have a new understanding. I have a new perspective. I never thought about things those way. Thank you for being here, right? I have a new sense of hope. Uh, those are the things that we at Safe 22 provide. And I'm not saying that it's all us, right? You have to take that step. You have to take that initiative to say, I'm effed up and I need some assistance. I need some help in this thought process that just doesn't seem to be working for me anymore. And I don't know what to do with it. It's coming out as anger and frustration and sometimes violence. How do I stop that? Well, you just identified it. So that's step one. You identified something that you want to change. Step two is make a plan for that change. What are you going to do to change that behavior that you don't like? What are you going to do? All right, you've identified your problem, you've made your plan. Now you have to implement your plan. Step one of implementing that plan is not talking about what hurt you anymore. Don't use those words anymore. Don't talk about the POS that you thought you were while you were drinking or using, right? Those aren't the things that you are anymore. I'm over 17 years alcohol free. And right up until this year, I was ashamed and embarrassed that I had quit drinking. Until a man who's probably on still said to me, are you crazy? You really won the war of alcoholism. You defeated that demon so long ago. You're still feeling as if you're controlled by it. Chops, you changed me that day, brother. You really, really changed me that day. My perception of myself that day changed. And I'm very happy for it. I think I need to get a phone holder. Anybody know about a phone holder? I need to get a phone holder so I can put this thing up here so I got better. Yeah, I need to figure that part out. All right. So those are the things that I mean. If you're open to listening to others and I'm glad I could return some of the favor. Chops, you're still on. Stephanie says, yes, I can order it online. Great. Awesome. I'll go looking for that later. What else do we got? Oh, Chops and the ride. So that broke me. And Chops will tell you, I went into tears on that one. And the tears were because I was embarrassed for myself that I had allowed myself to suffer for all those years when all I had to do was make the choice. And the choice was that I put that down. I put that alcohol down and I don't have to use it anymore by my choice. Pastor Rob this weekend talked about closing the door. I don't like that analogy, but I understand why he used it. I like saying, I've dealt with that emotion. I've dealt with that feeling, and I don't have to do it again. If I choose not to, I don't have to. I've already dealt with it. It's done. It's over. The death of my father, the feeling like a lost 7-year-old little boy scared in his room, trying to make the right decision so dad doesn't get mad. Well, guess what? Dad had no idea what was going on, and that decision fell to me, and I made it, and it hurt, and it sucked, and I don't want to ever do it again. However, I did it, and it's done, and it's part of my story. My scars are my story. Jason likes to say that all the time. Your scars are your story, whether they're physical scars or emotional scars. They're your story. What are you going to do with it? Well, I'm going to stand up and say, yep, all this stuff happened. Yep. And I'm still here, dude. I am still here. I am still fighting. I am still making an effort to be the best person that I can be. You need to do that too. Stop suffering. Stop beating yourself up. Stop reliving an event that happened 5, 10, 20, 30 years ago. You're through it. You've already made it. You're here. What are you going to do with today? Stephanie, thanks for joining in today. I appreciate you. You too, honey, are an inspiration. 24 years without alcohol. I saw that pop up. Kudos to you. That's one of the bravest things you've ever done. Oh, Katie, Here we go. I'm going to jump in on this one. Katie, you made it. Losing weight is just an added bonus to having more energy with the kids. Change it. Change the words you're using, right? It's not about the weight. It's about living a healthier lifestyle to be better for myself. That's what you're doing. It's not about the weight. If you put your goal on a number or a weight instead of a feeling, you'll lose. Just the truth. Just the truth. In my experience, you knew me when I was way bigger, just a cheeseburger shy of 300, and I'm down to 180 now. And I didn't do that by saying I want to lose weight. I did that by saying I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. I'm not healthy right now. The VA is telling me there's nothing they can do. There's no pills. Actually, there were pills. They just wanted to throw pills at me to help me feel better. And you know what? They made me feel worse. So I'm on a titration schedule right now. And in 2 weeks, I will be off of all meds. I won't have any meds whatsoever. And I am beginning to feel the best I have ever felt in probably 30 years, probably a little longer than 30 years. So the words that you're using to describe your goal have to be attainable. They have to be attainable. If you say, I'm going to lose 25 pounds and then I'll be happy, I will bet you dollars to donuts that at 25 pounds, you're going to go, it's not enough. I want more. And you're not going to celebrate the fact that you lost 25 pounds. You're not going to celebrate the fact that you made a commitment to yourself to be better. And that's the only commitment that you need to make. Focus on that one thing, right? Focus on the living better. Focus on the eating better. Focus on the getting exercise. You're a mom who is married to an over-the-road truck driver who has a job and 2 young children. It is going to be hard. It's going to be hard. It's going to be hard. So commit to the easiest thing that you can. And that commitment is eating better or living healthier. That's it. If you commit to living healthier, you'll implement things in steps and in phases that will become part of your pattern. They will become part of your habit. They will become who you wanted to be. That's what you have to celebrate. Not the fact that you lost 25 pounds, not the fact that you ate broccoli 3 nights a week, right? There you go. I had a breakdown this week because it's been hard, but it's been better than it has in years. Right. So celebrate that, right? Celebrate the fact that it is much better now than it was years ago. You're making strides every day to be better. And that's what you're going to rest on. You're going to celebrate that. You can't rest. That was a bad word. You can't rest. You can relish. You can celebrate that I have made a change for the better. And I'm working on it every day, step by step, 1 day at a time, 1 hour at a time, whatever you're doing. It's great. And by the way, Bjorn's school picture looked amazing. He's such a cute kid. He's awesome. Thanks for joining in. Thanks for being vulnerable this morning. Thanks for sharing a little bit of that, Kate. And we'll see you soon, honey. I love you. My best to Bjorn and Etta, my little Ragnar buddy there. So, hey, that's been an hour and 20 minutes. I said we'd only be on for an hour this morning, but I'm over here bloviating like crazy. Thank you to everybody who's joined in on all the platforms. We'll get better as we go by, as we go on. Looking at doing some peer-to-peer stuff through the interwebs. Not quite sure how to set that schedule up just yet and make that happen. But instead of meeting the veterans where they are out and about, we're going to meet them right here on the social platforms. We're going to try this, and we're working on that for 2026. So if you have ideas, platforms, formats you'd like us to try or look into, please send us an email. Save22.vet, info@save22.vet, or TuesdayTalk@save22.vet, and I'll make sure that I get it. Guys, I don't know what else we could talk about. Some really incredible conversations this morning with Kate and Chops and Senior Chief and Carrie Ann and Pete that jumped in. Pete, thanks for listening. Joe was listening with Outdoor Adventures. Really appreciate all that. I think we had some good interactions this morning. Don't forget to donate. One of those QR codes. I don't know where they're at. There is a link in my bio about save22.vet. Trisha said, good job. Thanks, babe. I love you too. Good job on you too. Trish doesn't like to talk about her stuff out in public like that, but she's doing some things on her end to commit to making herself better. And I'm really, really proud of her too. And it's not easy and it's hard. And, we're going to get through it together though. We've been together for 28 years now, 25 married. And we've been through a lot, from deployments and deaths and alcoholisms and suicides and kids moving out and police at the door at 2-3 o'clock in the morning, and no money and buying propane on credit cards, and parents buying groceries for you for a couple months, and unemployment and government shutdowns. And we've been through all of that stuff, and we're still here, right? We're together and we're not alone. And I think that's what everyone needs to understand, is you're not alone in this life. No matter how alone you feel, there is always someone that you can turn to. And if you can't turn to a physical person, give it up to your higher power. Let it know that, hey man, this stuff's tough. This stuff hurts. And I don't know what to do anymore. So just give it up. Let it go. That's the whole let it go thing. Carrying that burden is hard, especially for a service person, whether it be a first responder, with today being First Responders Day, or a military guy or a veteran, a leader, right? Someone who's on all that responsibilities themselves. You don't have to, right? You don't have to carry that stuff, man. You really don't. It's not your responsibility. Your responsibility is to you. And make that happen. Make you happen. Make you be the best that you can be. And how are you going to do that? So for today, trust God, clean house, help another human being. Try that. Tell somebody you love them. Give them a hug. Give them a squeeze. Tell them you're right there. I got you with this. I got your 6, right? I got your back. We'll get through it together. Hey, I don't know how to fix this, but I know somebody who might. Right? Put them in contact with somebody. Take that first step. Take that first step. All right, guys. Listen, I think I'm going to let it go. We're going to try this. Outro thing I created here. Maybe. Nope, we're not, because I didn't prep it. Everything for a reason. Everything for a reason. I'll tell you what we're going to do. I think I'm just going to play the outro music, and I'm going to put the scene up, and we're going to go. Thank you, everyone, for joining in. It looks like 16,000 hearts. I don't know. That's pretty cool. I don't know if that was all today or all told or whatever. We're going to learn how to use these social media platforms. And hopefully we can make ourselves more available to the veterans and first responders out there who might just need to talk a little bit. And that's what we are. So when are we ever prepped? Yeah, I know, Pete. I know. We're trying, brother. We're trying. I really got to get to one of your shows here shortly, brother, because, man, I love your acoustic shows. Check out Whiskey Pete on all your socials, man. He's a former Marine, if you can be a former Marine. I don't know. But plays guitar. He's a songwriter, singer, musician, husband, father, grandfather. Great dude. Great dude. Him and his wife are absolutely incredible people. Absolutely love them. Yeah. Hey, I think I was getting out of here, wasn't I? I was. All right. I'm going to go. We'll try this. Put this one up there, and then we'll put this one on there. Maybe not. All right. Music's playing. Scene's up on the other platforms. I'm going to step away. let that music play. Thank you all to everyone who's joined. Be sure to like, subscribe, follow, whatever it is. And check out Shade22.com on social media platforms. And be sure to subscribe to the subscription services that we now have with Shade22. Offering 99 cents exclusive content, videos, interviews, and like special things. Check it out, Shade22.com.